Has Banquo left the court?
Yes, ma'am, but he'll be back tonight.
Go tell the king I want to talk to him for a few minutes.
No problem, madam.
If you get what you want and you're still not happy, you've spent everything and gained nothing. It's better to be the person who gets murdered than to be the killer and be tormented with anxiety. Macbeth enters. What's going on, my lord? Why are you keeping to yourself with only your sad thoughts to keep you company? Those thoughts should have died when you killed the men you're thinking about. If you can't fix it, you shouldn't give it a second thought. What is done is done.
We have slashed the snake but not killed it. It will heal and be as good as new, and will be threatened by its fangs once again. But the universe can fall apart and heaven and earth crumble before I'll eat my meals in fear and spend my nights tossing and turning with these nightmares I've been having. I'd rather be dead than endure this endless mental torture and harrowing sleep deprivation. We killed those men and sent them to rest in peace so that we could gain our own peace. Duncan lies in his grave through with life's troubles, and he's sleeping well. We've already done the worst we can do to him with our treason. After that, nothing can hurt him further, not weapons, poison, rebellion, invasion, or anything else.
Okay. Okay, so they're mentioning a lot that they would rather be dead than, like, handle the guilt of, like, killing the king. For example, Lady Macbeth, I think she was talking to herself when she said, it's better to be the person who gets murdered than to be the killer and be tormented with anxiety, which it's like opposite to what she has been, like, showing to be, like, strong and, like, evil and, like, by, like, killing the king, but now she's, like, showing that she has guilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering if she knows about Macbeth wants to kill Banquo.
Oh yeah, that too.
So, if she does, I was wondering, is she against killing him
Mm-hmm.
because of what she's saying?
Mm-hmm. I also thought that because she was asking for Banquo, and now this part, like, doesn't say anything about that, but then later on, like, we already know what's gonna happen, but she, like, mentioned Banquo without knowing. And also, I wrote that when Macbeth said, I'd rather be dead than endure this endless mental torture and harrowing sleep deprivation, I was wondering if Macbeth was going to kill himself, and also why is he planning on killing someone else when he can't even handle the guilt of, like, killing the king? Because he already has, like, this tremendous guilt over him.
Yeah, I
and
can
now
agree.
He's planning on, like, killing someone else.
I didn't think that he might take his life, but I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
So, a skill I put is identify this metaphor where he's saying we have slashed the snake but not killed it, because he's saying that kind of like he hasn't killed Banquo yet,
Mm-hmm.
but he's kind of close, I
Yeah.
guess. I also put
That's good. That's
that
a
I
good
learned
one.
that some choices you make in life can't be undone, obviously, because if you kill a person.
That's a good one. For reflection, I put that I really like the quote, if you can't fix it, you shouldn't give it a second thought. What's done is done. I feel like we shouldn't stress over things that we can't control.
The things are already done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on, relax, dear. Put on a happy face and look cheerful and agreeable for your guests tonight.
That's exactly what I'll do, my love, and I hope you'll do the same. Give Banquo your special attention, talk to him and look at him in a way that will make him feel important. We're in a dangerous situation where we have to flatter him and hide our true feelings.
You have to stop talking like this.
Art, I feel like my mind is full of scorpions. My dear wife, you know that Banquo and his son Fleance are still alive.
But they can't live forever.
That's comforting. They can be killed, it's true, so be cheerful. Before the bat flies through the castle and before the dung beetle makes his little humming noise to tell us it's night time, a dreadful deed will be done.
What are you going to do?
It's better you don't know about it until after it's done, when you can applaud it. To the night. Come, night, and blindfold the kind-hearted day. Use your bloody and invisible hand to tear up Banquo's lease on life, which keeps me in fear. to himself. The night's getting dark, and the crow is returning home to the woods. The gentle creatures of the day are falling asleep, while night's predators are waking up to look for their prey. To Lady Macbeth, you seem surprised at my words, but don't question me yet. Bad deeds force you to commit more bad deeds. So please come with me.
Okay. I think that without Lady Macbeth knowing what Macbeth is going to do, I think she already is thinking about killing Macbeth herself, because she said before Macbeth told him, like, before she asked before she asked him what was he going to do, she was like, Banquo and his son can't live forever. So she's like thinking about killing them. For skill, I put that when Macbeth said, I feel like my mind is full of scorpions, I could identify that that was like a metaphor when you feel guilt.
Yeah, seems. I feel like also when he's saying that, it's also because I feel like he's kind of like nervous but also annoyed at the same time. Because Banquo can take away what he has in a way. So.
It feels like he doesn't know what to do. Like he's stressed.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want my power to be taken away.
Right.
From me.
And also, one thing that I noticed now that we were reading again, it's Lady Macbeth said, you have to stop talking like this. I was like, what? Why is she, like, what is she not like that? Like,
yeah, no, she was the one.
Because like her,
him.
Yeah, right. Because like her character's like very confusing. Like, what does she mean by talking like this? Like, you guys are murderers.
I think that's why I like her character, because it's confusing, but she's also kind of like crazy in a way. So I think that's why I like her character. For a connection, I put this reminds me of how some people pretend to act normal or like hide how they truly feel when he's talking about how like just act normal, pretend everything's fine. I also you go ahead.
Okay, thank you. For skill, I also put personification for when Macbeth was talking to the night, because he was speaking to the night as if it were a person. And also, okay, you go.
Oh no, you can go ahead.
Okay, that was for scene 3. You can go.
Okay, for reflection, I think that Lady Macbeth may be surprised because she thought Macbeth was like weak and a coward before, because he tells her like, you seem surprised, and I think she's surprised because like she thought he was weak.
Yeah, that's a good one. The 2 murderers enter with a 3rd murderer. But who told you to come here and join us? I put a question, who are these people? Because they already have 2 murderers, and now there's another murderer that's coming in. I'm like.
It's like, who are these people?
Right.
Macbeth. We can trust this guy. He has given exactly the same orders we were.
Then stay with us. There's still a bit of daylight in the sky. Now all the late travelers are hurrying to reach their inns. Banquo is almost here.
Listen, I hear horses.
Hey, give us some light here.
That must be him. The rest of the king's guests are already inside.
You can hear his horses moving around as the servants take them to the stables.
It's almost a mile to the palace gate, but Banquo, like everybody else, usually walks from here to the palace.
Banquo and Fleance enter with a torch.
Here comes a light. That's him.
Prepare yourselves. It will rain tonight.
Then let the rain come down.
The murderers attack Banquo. Oh, this is treachery,
I think.
Treachery?
Yeah.
Get out of here, good Fleance. Run, run, run. Someday you can get revenge. Oh, you bastard. Banquo dies. Fleance escapes.
Who put out the light? Wasn't that the best thing to do?
Okay. For identity, I wrote that the murderers trusted Macbeth like really easily, and I was like, we were talking about like, I could never be someone that trusts people like really easily.
I feel like it depends on what it is, but sometimes I guess I could trust people easily. It depends sometimes. For reflection, I think that it's weird that they trust the 3rd guy so easily, because they knew nothing about him,
Mhm.
and he's kind of suspicious. He's just like, all he said was Macbeth
Right.
sent me.
No, and also like we as readers are like confused about how like who these people are because we are given no context about like who like where they came from, like who are they, like what did Banquo did to them, like did they know Macbeth like beforehand and stuff.
Also because like they don't have any names either, just called third, second, first murder.
Exactly. One thing that I wrote just now where it says now all the late travelers are hurrying to reach their inns. I was like, what does that mean? Like it's like an interesting like way to put it, but I don't know. I just wondered what that meant.
Yeah.
You
go
can
ahead.
go.
Okay. I think that if I was Banquo, I would just like sacrifice myself, like he kind of did. He was like, "Run, save yourself," kind of to his son.
Mm-hmm.
Since you can't really change fate, it seems like in almost every like movie or text, like you can't really change your fate. Like once you know, sometimes you can, but if he already knows that he's probably gonna die and like he's not gonna get the throne, his descendants are.
Maybe he did that because he knew that he wasn't gonna be the one to inherit the throne, but his son was maybe.
Maybe he also like saw it coming in a way. Maybe he kind of.
Yeah, he saw like the danger coming, because he also didn't trust Macbeth that much, because he was like suspicious, because he knew that Macbeth killed the king, so maybe he already like knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, they both suspected each other in a way.
Yeah, they don't trust each other. For skill, I put that once again, like Shakespeare is like making the weather indicate what's going to happen in the story. When Banquo said that it will rain tonight, like you can see like the tensions like building up and like the mood, like he's setting the scene, like
setting the feeling.
Yeah. And what else? Oh, also, they're like mentioning a light pretty frequently now, and like, for example, like the other the other packet that we had, they kept like mentioning a baby. So I was like, is it like something similar that they're like representing, or like, is it like a symbolism?
Yeah, symbolizing something.
Exactly. And also, how did they murder him? Because they didn't.
Yeah, it just says they attacked him.
Yeah, they attacked him, but they didn't quite like.
Maybe they just strangled him to death. I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Third murder. There's only one body here. The son ran away. We failed in half of our mission.
Well, let's get out of here and tell Macbeth what we did accomplish. For prediction, I wrote that I think Macbeth won't like that they didn't kill his son, and maybe he will do it himself.
I feel like he'll be like mad and nervous and kind of scared in a way, because he's like, oh, it didn't go as planned.
Yeah.
Only one of them.
Because like, what if Fleon's, or however you say his name, Banquo's son is going to like say that, oh, they attacked us, but if like, because we don't know who these people are, maybe they do. So Fleon's will say like, oh, these people killed my dad, and if they're related to like Macbeth and stuff, like maybe they'll blame Macbeth.
I feel like I can see that, but I feel like that's not why he might be nervous, because people might not believe Fleance if he says, hey, they killed Banquo, but they might not believe him because Macbeth might have people on his side, and he might like manipulate people into thinking he's right.
Right. So. It's interesting. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen next. But that's it. That is the end of scene 3.